Unc, should I be using left or right-handed mode? You asked the perfect person for this. Yes, perfect person, because I'm actually left-footed like Messi and right-handed like Pacquiao. Lock in! So right off the kizzy glizzy, what is left or right-handed mode? Well, it's actually a setting in the settings of your settings. All right, all you gotta do is open the settings, go into general, scroll down, and then you'll see something here called first-person handness. If you click left, the weapon switches to the left because it's on the left now. All right, so lock in. Now, is there a benefit to this? Well, kinda and kinda not. All right, let me explain. Starting off with reason number one. Usually when you're playing a game and you're peeking a specific area, based off your handedness mode, you might not see that area. For example, let's say I'm walking down here, all right? And there's an enemy right here, all right? If I'm looking straight with my gun on the right, I can't see that person, all right? Because it's being blocked by my gun view model. But let's say I switch this to the left. I can see that person now. You see that? It's an opening. So you got to take that into consideration. There's going to be a lot of angles, whether you're playing on the left or right-handed mode, that this will cause. All right? So lock in. Now, number two is the important one. This is called placebo. All right, placebo is something in your brain that gets triggered into making you think something is working. All right, placebo works like gun skins do. All right, you get a new gun skin and all of a sudden you feel better. All right, because there's a change in the gun you're using. So if you switch this over to the left-handed mode or right-handed, depending on which one you use more often, placebo is going to kick in because you are seeing something new now. All right, you are seeing a change in the screen, which is going to make you mentally play better. All right, so lock in. Now, some people say it also depends on which eye is more dominant. All right, and you know what I got to say to that? Brother, you're looking at a flat screen, 1 inch away. All right, if you do this or this, there's no difference, cuh. All right, so stop with the bullshit. All right, lock in.